What's up YouTube, JoshahOfAllTrades here. Now, my internet was acting up, so I missed my review video for last night's episode 6, Game of Thrones Season 7, but we got a brand new trailer here for the season finale, Episode 7, Game of Thrones Season 7, and I'm going to watch that with y'all today, and then give you my play-by-play of what I thought about this, and what we can look forward to in the season finale. So without further ado, here we go, let's watch this video. Okay. We got Theon on the boat. And the Dothraki.
There is only one war that matters, and it is here.
It is here. Okay, nice. So that makes for an interesting season finale because obviously I think all the dominoes are set up. We're just wanting to see how these things are falling now. We're getting very close to the resolution between who's actually going to sit on the Iron Throne, but before that can happen, apparently the writers want to answer the White Walker question, and surprisingly, I thought that would kind of come last. Like, I thought we'd have the Daenerys-Cersei fight, and then we would see who the ruler of the Seven Kingdoms is going to be, and then take White Walkers from there. That's not how it's falling, though, so let's talk about what we saw in the video. Now, the first really interesting thing I saw was the big army. It looks like all the Unsullied are out, and they got a siege going on outside of King's Landing. And there's a really interesting shot there where Jaime's outside looking, and he knows Daenerys' forces, and he remembers the dragons. And he doesn't want that fight again. Cersei maybe does, but he will do anything to avoid a cost with the dragons because as a military strategist, he doesn't want to walk into a slaughterhouse. Now, I think it's interesting, going off of last night's episode, to note that one of the dragons is gone, but Jaime probably doesn't know that. And I'm not even really sure that it would make a difference, like 3 dragons versus 2, but still, he's under the impression that there's 3 dragons. And maybe if he understood that one had been killed by a White Walker, maybe he would be more open to the idea that he could kill one as well. And Cersei could be more confident going into a fight with Daenerys. Next up, we didn't really get FaceTime from Sansa, but we did get a shot of her in the trailer, looking out into the distance and thinking more of a reaction shot as she's pondering something in her mind, and then eventually her walking across the bridge and taking some sort of action. Now, in last night's episode, and actually in the previous 2 episodes, they've really set up the conflict between Arya and Sansa, and this is interesting to me, that this is almost real life. Like, these squabbles between family members happen, and you don't really know why they happen, but like one thing goes wrong, and then people can get really angry at each other, and it's hard to resolve. So I appreciate that Game of Thrones is putting this in there. It's a tough situation to be in. I think Sansa's flaw is that she thinks she's a shaker. She was saying that, oh, at the Battle of the Bastards, you know, I did this, and I got these families. No, not really. Like, I think Jon could have made something come through, and while she contributed to the effort, I don't think she's as responsible for her win as she thinks she is, and that's why she's in danger right now. Arya, on the other hand, she's good. I mean, she's got the fighting skills, she's got some faces under her bed. I don't really know if she can outthink LittleFinger, but she definitely has him on her radar, and she's aware that he's a threat. So when that fight goes down, I perceive Arya coming out the winner, and in episode 6, she gave a threat to her sister, and I'd be very surprised if this doesn't end up, you know, with Sansa sending Brienne away. One of them's gonna murder the other one. My pick's Arya's coming out on top. The final notable thing I saw in this trailer is it looks like we're finally getting a meeting between Daenerys' representatives and Cersei, and this is setting up for when they bring out the White Walker and Jon says, "We need to fight the army of the dead. Are you going to join us?" I thought even the trailer gave us a bunch of interesting information about this scene, because when we look at who's there, when we look at Jon, we see everyone that's with him. He's got Brienne, and he's got Davos, and he's got Gendry, and he's got Theon, and he's got Tyrion, and like almost Daenerys' whole crew is there except for Daenerys herself. And while it kind of sets up that she might swoop in at the last minute on a dragon, as is her style, I don't think she's going to do that. I think it's just going to be Daenerys' representatives there. On the flip side of that, when we look at Cersei, she doesn't have a crew of guys that we know their faces. It's basically Cersei it's Jaime, and that's all that we see. So I'd be surprised if she has a big crew there. I think she's probably got goons and she has a lot of forces, but she doesn't look phased at all. And actually, she has the upper hand going into the situation because it's Jon going in for the ask. And that's really why we're going to watch episode 7. We want to know what Cersei's reply to Jon's going to be. And I want her to say, "No, Jon Snow," and pull the ultimate boss move and capture all these guys, because it seems like Daenerys is going in a little bit weaker than Cersei is, at least in this scene. And I think Cersei could take advantage of the situation, and she's been plotting the whole time, so I don't see why she should just sit back and give a yes or give a no. And I really just don't see any scenario where she says yes. I mean, she's not afraid of dragons, she's not afraid of magic. Why would Cersei Lannister be scared of White Walkers? But we never know, though. We'll see how the episode goes. Let me know what you thought on the trailer. Leave a comment below how you think the interaction between Jon Snow and Cersei is going to go, and how they're going to wrap up Season 7 of Game of Thrones. I will see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.